Hey guys, it's Nimbus. I am back today with another video. Yeah, let's get started today. As the same thing with last time, if you guys feel so called to tip me or send me any money for my videos, please go ahead and donate it to various organizations that are helping out in Gaza, in Sudan, in the Congo, in Tigray, in various other places that are having various humanitarian crises. You know what I'm trying to say. I'll be donating anyway. I only know of, the Red Crescent Society and PCRF for helping Palestine. I'm not really aware of any charities or places to donate for Sudan or the Congo or Tigray or really anything else. So if anybody has anything, please drop those down below. But yeah, if you guys would like to, if you guys feel so called to donate or tip me, please donate to those places. I would be sending the money anyway. So yeah. As always, I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys for watching. Again, it is Free Palestine all the way, every day, until it's backwards from the river to the sea. So I'm not arguing with you in the comments. I'm not arguing with anybody in the comments over this. If you are supporting genocide, you are supporting genocide. I am not the morally corrupt person here. And I will leave it at that. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, whatever. Again, I am not looking to profit off of any of these videos right now. I am really trying to spread awareness and trying to raise money. So if you guys would like to spend or send any money, please send it to those places. And I want you guys to do it yourself, because then you know that you're sending it to where you want it to go. Now, if you guys want to tip me, like, I'm not gonna say no, but like, but please, like, do help these people out. A lot of people are really hurting and really struggling and going through a lot more than you and I can even imagine right now. So, we are blessed to have a smartphone in front of us that can show us everything on a screen instead of having to experience it real time in our actual eyes. So, yes. With that being all said, I am going to get started with this reading. I got this deck yesterday, this Animal Tarot. I'm really excited. The artwork is really cool. It's just gorgeous. So I'm really excited to try this out. I did buy this yesterday, so this is the first reading with this deck. So yeah. But of course, at the end, we are going to do our Pride message. And yeah, I think that is it. So if you guys would like to breathe with me, let's go ahead and get breathing. Put your hands flat down on the table in front of you, or flat down in your lap. If you would like to, go ahead and sit straight up, or as straight as you can. I don't judge. And we are going to breathe in deep breaths through our nose and out through our mouth. So whenever you're ready, we're going to close our eyes and we're going to get started. So breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, last one, and out. go ahead and breathe normally here for a minute. Releasing any tension you may have. Sorry, my dog's going crazy in the background. Which makes it a good time. So if you guys are ready, you guys may pause it now if you guys need more time, or go ahead and open your eyes. So yeah, we are going to get started. Just 1 second. All right, guys, so we are going to get started on the reading. But yeah, I love this deck. I love the book. Like, the cards are so cool. But yeah, it gives you, you know, a little bit of lore into the animals, so like what the animals are on each card. But yeah, anyway, so I might be using this the book a little bit just to kind of like make sure I'm getting the feel for these cards specifically. But yeah, so I am very excited to get started with this reading. Today is going to just be, oh my gosh, I didn't get any incense going. Right. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now we are going to get started. It is a new deck, so I'm going to do a little bit extra. I'm going to shuffle it a couple times and do this again, and shuffle it again. But today is just going to be a quick, not really necessarily quick, but it's, what is it, the 11th? Oh, happy 11/11. Or at the end of 11/11, I guess. So I guess today will just be a quick little mid-November check-in, kind of, and we'll just kind of see what's going on. All right, Spirit. What are our messages for our mid-November check-in? I can't remember if I did it 3 times again, but I'm just gonna do it one more time, just for good measure. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for today for our mid-November check-in? Okay, 1 card at a time, please, Spirit. Okay. I like the energy of this deck. This deck is very, okay, the Magician reversed just came out. It's a very like ethereal feeling. Yeah, 8 of Wands. Definitely very ethereal. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but the energy right now feels very, it's not necessarily heavy, and it's not really like, how do I explain it? Because it's not like a heavy energy, but it's not light. There's a lot of like, feels like a lot of bouncing around. 6 of Wands. There's like this energy of like trying to be regal, but like can't. Almost. Like it's like a chaotic, you're trying to assume your power or like be where you know that you're supposed to be, right? The Four of Cups. But something's almost not quite working. Not quite set up where it needs to be almost. Right, yeah, Seven of Swords. Okay, yeah, there's something that it's almost like something is like creeping up behind you. Let me put this over here. It's almost like something's creeping up behind you to not to like get you or to like do anything crazy, like mostly just to like show you like this still, it feels like an aspect from the past that's never really been never really been let go. It's never really been, there's never really been, one card at a time, please, Spirit. Okay, well, I'll take that one. That one flew out. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it definitely feels like something from the past, but it's almost like this is really trying to get you to look at something that's happening now because it's directly related. I don't know. Oh my God. Oh my God. The air came on and pushed this. I thought somebody was standing right next to me. Okay, anyway. This thing from the past is directly related to a situation currently happening. And I don't know if this situation is currently happening like because of specifically just that, or if there was anything else that went into this. Like, I don't know. I'm not seeing like many, I'm not seeing many details into what this situation is. I'm just seeing that whatever, which probably means whatever comes up in your mind, Temperance, whatever comes up in your mind as I'm talking about this is probably what it is. If there's been something on your mind for a while, or like, you know, you've been constantly like directed towards something, like that's probably also what it is. But it feels like this situation is directly influenced by something from the past that maybe isn't quite, you know, maybe you did work on it to actually get it, you know, actually try to heal, right? Justice. You tried to do something to heal it, but I wonder if it didn't, like, I wonder if on some level you're still hurt by it. You know, like if you healed it, like if you're grown, one card at a time, please. If your grown self, like yourself now, decided to heal it, but your inner child still wasn't completely healed from it or something like that. Like that's kind of, it's like putting a bandana over a wound instead of sealing it up with an actual bandage and like cleaning it out. You know, sometimes that's all we can do. But like at the same time, it's not going to heal correctly if we don't like clean it and like actually like close it off. You know what I mean? Like, because there's always going to be that level of like what could be if we just healed it, but like at the same time, what if we just healed it? Like, we think of these things as so far off and so long forgotten. Meanwhile, our bodies are still reliving it every day. And subconsciously, we're reliving it every day. You know, maybe we're not actively thinking about it specifically. Six of Cups. Maybe we're not actively thinking about it specifically, but something in us is telling us, you know, run, or like something's not right, or this person's lying to us, whatever it may be. Like, whatever it may be, Spirit is trying to show you, like, whatever was in the past directly relates to what's going on now, and there are things to learn from both situations. Because it is healing to, excuse me, burp for confirmation, 10 of Cups as well. It is fairly healing to understand what happened. You know, going back, really thinking about it and saying like, okay, well, I thought I was done with this, but maybe there's something that I missed. Now that I'm older, maybe I can actually see something else. So like, I wonder if that's kind of what they're trying to point to, because, and then with the 10 of Cups, it's like, it's emotional fulfillment. I mean, it's, what more could you want? You know what I mean? I'm gonna take that card because it was wild. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. It's exactly what I was saying. And there's always going to be room for you to sit there and be like, well, where am I going with this? What's going to actually happen next? What, you know, whatever it is. However, Spirit wants you to realize, like, yes, there are things that are going to be unknown, but it's not unknown for the sake of keeping you in the dark. It's unknown because some of the things will be challenges. You can't just know about what's going to happen, because then you're just going to be like, oh, okay, I can do this. Whole time, like, you put on like a mask, or like you're performing to get through it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an actual test, you know. The Hermit and the Sun just came out. One card at a time, please. Wheel of Fortune. What more should I say? Spirit, 3 more cards, please. Nope, one at a time. The Hermit, again. Sometimes we just gotta be alone. There's a lot of major arcana cards out, by the way. I just want to say that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. I mean, but anyway, sometimes we got to be alone to realize that the things that other people are doing to us are either like affecting us or like triggering us because it's something that happened to us before that we're not quite seeing, or like it's a very similar thing that's like just barely different to where we can't. It's not that we're not seeing it because we're seeing it, but it's that we're choosing to ignore it because we want this stuff to work out, right? I don't know why I knocked on that. I apologize. But that's like what it is. Like, retreating to be able to see, well, really retreating within yourself to see what all is actually affecting you. What in my immediate area, in my environment, is actually affecting me to the point of being triggered, to the point of being whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, Sorry, I messed up one of the cards. And then I messed up all the cards. 10 of Pentacles. Spirit, what's the last card? And then we'll also do like the bottom of the deck. It's almost like whatever it is that Spirit's trying to point you to will literally be like the missing piece. Like, it's almost like doing this will be the action of putting the final piece into the puzzle and like completing the puzzle. Bro, the Emperor, exactly. That's yes, yes. What's on the bottom of the deck? 2 of Cups. It's really like this whatever situation is going to be the missing piece. Like, whatever it was that you're missing is this. And whatever it is that you feel like is not happening is probably not happening because of this situation. And it's more like it's you have to do shadow work in order to get to the point where you can recognize what it is that Spirit's trying to point you at. Like, you already know what it is, but it's going to take some sitting down to be like, okay, which issue is it? And that's not to say that you, like, I'm not saying you just have issues. Like, it's not that. It's more like there's a lot of things that we all go through. So finding the one thing that triggers this whatever response that we have is like, we have to really just sit down and really figure it out. Like, we can't just sit down for 20 minutes and be like, I got it. I mean, I'm sure somebody could, but like, it's usually not that easy. It usually takes some real alone time to be with yourself, to really feel that out and be like, where am I going? What's going to actually happen? And with this 2 of Cups, this almost feels like a balance within yourself of masculine and feminine energies. This balance between what used to be and what used to not work, and what will work now and what will be better for you anyway. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, that's and even with the Magician reverse, because the Magician reverse came out first, it's almost like it's a reminder to you to not let it go. Like, it's almost like this is to remind you, like, this is going, none of this is going anywhere. And if you want to, you can go wherever you want to go. But you're also going to have to do the work to get to wherever you want to go. You know, it only makes sense. But you know what I mean? Like, you know, no scary tower moments. You know, no scary what the fuck's next moments. I mean, a little bit, but it's not like, it's not knowing the direction. You know, at least you know this is where I'm going. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Let's do this pride message really quick and see what comes out here. I mean, this is an awesome reading for real. I'm really happy with this reading. Excuse me. Spirit, what are our pride messages today? gender rebel. This says comfort. Don't sacrifice your own comfort to ease others' discomfort. If someone feels uncomfortable because of who you are, it's their responsibility to work on themselves. Period. And that's not to say if you are uncomfortable, you are allowed to do work for yourself to make sure that you are comfortable if something makes you feel uncomfortable. If spirit wants you to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, one, it's probably to help you in the long run, unfortunately, but two, it's because it's something that you need to actually push through and like actually get past. Are both of these cards it? Top one, no. This one flipped over like this, so that's how I know. This says we stand together. It says belonging. There is a place out there for everyone. Seek out comfort in the company of like-minded individuals who share your concerns and are unlikely to pass judgment. And once you find whatever situation this is, that's also going to help you come into where you're supposed to be and like the things that you're supposed to experience more. You know what I mean? And like the people who are supposed to stand with you and all that kind of thing too. Like once you really sit there and like actually love on yourself and really be with yourself and feel yourself and okay, pause, but like feel yourself and like really like love yourself, that shows. Like people do see that the same way that people see the doubt in yourself. You know what I mean? So like once you really start showing that, you know, I've done the work, I've noticed what it is that I've needed to work on in order to make myself better for myself, and so that I can love myself first and bring somebody else into this healthy relationship that I have with myself. And only alone time can bring that for you, you know. You don't have to sit alone by yourself in a cave 24/7 for a month and a half. Like that's not, you know, alone time is just, you know, you don't have friends over every single day and you don't sit there drinking constantly every night, you know, to not feel whatever it is. Been there. It's not a fun feeling, but at the same time, once you're able to go through all of this stuff a little bit more objectively and think of it as like, okay, not as character development, but like thinking of it more so in the sense of, if I get through this, I get a reward. And that reward might be the things that I've waited for, but it might also be more work. However, this is going to get me to where I want to be. And if I want to get to where I want to be, I have to put in some work. You know, it's all about, do you actually want this? And that's why it's going to be such a process to get there. You know what I mean? Spirit wants you to work to get there. You know, it can't just be, okay, you did 2 weeks of work, here you go. Like, I mean, I'm sure on some level somebody would do that and somebody would make it work, but like, that's, that's wild. But anyway, this last one says how to be a unicorn. And it says knowledge. Educate, not aggravate. If you can find patience for ignorance, you can contribute to a more educated society. Which, actually, that's huge. Especially because once you get through something like this, you are able to help other people get through it. You know, passing that knowledge forward and like really helping other people, you know, even younger people, get through the things that they feel is so impossible, the same way we thought things were impossible. But now there's people who know how to experience, or not experience, who already experience these things, but who know firsthand how to respond and handle these things. 33 as I say that. How to respond and handle these things. But My point being is that once you get through the actual, like, frumpiness, I don't know why that's the word that's coming into my head. Once you get over the frumpiness of being by yourself and like really feeling yourself out, pause, and like really trying to like figure this out, it's almost going to be like this feeling of like, of course it'll be a relief, but like it's almost like this feeling of like, why didn't I just do this sooner? Like, I wish I just did this 2 years ago. You know, like it feels like that's almost what it's going to be, because I mean, let's be honest, that's usually what happens with a lot of this stuff. We sit there and we're scared, we're worried. We know that we shouldn't be, but we are. You know what I mean? And there's not really a way to beat that until we do it, after everybody's been telling us, just do it, you'll be fine, you know, because of course, just do it. You know? That definitely reminded me though of, this does have a point, I promise, of you know that old saying, like, if your friend asked you to jump off a bridge or told you to jump off a bridge, would you? And like my response usually is just yes, because I would. I'd be a little bit scared, but if somebody said do it, no balls, right off. But point being is that sometimes that's not the right choice. And sometimes being alone will help you see how something like that is not the right choice. You know, just because people are around you who do act like they support you doesn't mean that when they tell you to jump off a bridge, they're actually in it for the help and to you know, for scientific reasons, whatever they say it is, because it's not for scientific reasons, it's to watch you fall and hurt yourself. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So do with that information what you will. I don't really know why that came up, but it does make sense. I mean, it makes sense to me. If it doesn't to you, I'm sorry. But it makes sense to me. Anyway. But yeah. That was a really cool reading. I really like this deck. This is a really cool deck. I will be using this a lot more. Or I mean, it's my first day with this deck, so I will be using this a lot anyway. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for being here. Again, if you guys would like to tip me or anything, I do have everything through my website. My website will be linked down below. However, please join me in donating to help Palestine, help Sudan, help the Congo, help Tigray, help everybody else who's dealing with this stuff. You know, Puerto Rico, Hawaii are still occupied territories. The United States is still doing that. This isn't new. The United States is an occupied territory. It's only a country because the West is the body that makes up what the country is. So we know this now, of course. But anyway. Please do not stop talking about Palestine. Do not stop talking about Congo. Do not stop talking about Sudan. Do not stop talking about Tigray. Do not stop talking about any of this stuff. We cannot look away. It is not the time to look away. We have to make sure that our government knows that we are not going to stand for this. The people of the world have never come together like this. The people of the world have never come together in so much solidarity saying, stop this now. And yet, most of the West is like, they'll be fine. Like, bro, this shit makes no sense. It makes no sense. We learned about this in school, too. Like, that's what really gets me. We learned about this in school, and we learned how terrible this was. You know, we're watching a whole genocide unfold the way that nobody has ever been able to before, because nobody's had access to this information yet the way that we do, which is fine. I'm not complaining about the fact that we're witnessing it happen. My issue is the fact that it's actually happening in 2023. Meanwhile, we're watching the United States president say, it's fine, we're gonna kill him. All the civilians that you've labeled as Hamas, the 2 million people that you're gonna just kill, wipe out, just because. I need y'all to get educated on this stuff. There are plenty of people on all over TikTok. You know, search for these countries and you will find them. I promise you, you will find good information on TikTok. I'm sure you can find some stuff on Google. I don't know how, you know, recent or anything the information that you find on Google will be, but it will be, there will be information about this stuff. I mean, this stuff's not new. I mean, the history with Palestine didn't just start on October 7th. There was 70 plus years before that. And before that, there was also a bunch of other time with a bunch of other bullshit happening around that region in the first place with white people interfering. So, like, it's just mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing. Please get educated. Please know what is going on, because it's not, this does affect everybody. This does affect everybody. No matter what you think, no matter how far away you think it is, this is our country doing this to another country. Just because. Just for white supremacy. That's it. That's nothing else at this point. It's not a Jew versus Muslim thing. It's not anybody versus anything besides everybody versus white supremacists and Zionists. That's what this is. It should be everybody against genocide, but of course it's got to be an extra step to it. I mean, of course. But anyway, again, I really appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. My website will be linked down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys in the next one, and have the day that you guys deserve. Bye. I love you. Bye.